have the wheel. We're going downtown in the middle of the night. We're laughing and I'm joking and we're feeling alright. Oh, I bet I'm nationwide.
Hi, this is Ken Kaplan from the New England Motorcycle Museum, and I'm proud to be representing today this absolutely gorgeous 100% original KZ1000LTD. This bike was purchased brand new by George Irwin from Manchester Sports Center right here in Manchester, Connecticut. I have the original Connecticut title in hand here along with the immaculate owner's manual, KZ1000LTD owner's manual. It was purchased on August 21st of 1981. When he bought it at the dealership, the bike came home and he rode it probably 500 miles a year for the first 10 or 15 years, but the last 10 or 15 years he hasn't ridden it at all. It's just started it a couple times a year, and he's in his 80s now, and it's been several years since he ran it. So when we got the bike, we went right through it. We took it completely apart and went through every nut and bolt on it, and it's in absolutely showroom condition, as you can see here, and it runs like brand new. The gentleman who did all the work on the bike works here at the New England Motorcycle Museum. He's done multiple AMA concourse winning championship quality restorations. This bike here is 100% original right down to the tires. Has the original Bridgestone tires, raised white letter tires. The LTD 1000 was one of the first factory customs when the first LTD 1000 came out in '76. It was a styling exercise where the performance group and the speed group got together at Kawasaki and designed this bike and came up with this particular design. The cast mag, Lester mag style rims, the step seat, the teardrop tank. It was really a unique style. The exhaust was originally provided by the Mack company, delivered straight to Kawasaki, and it originally came with I think they were Mulholland or Kayaba shocks, maybe Coney's, I don't remember, but a lot of the components on the bike were speed merchant components, and it was the first factory custom Kawasaki ever made. This is the 1981 version of that bike, and it is an absolute survivor in original paint, original tires, 100% original. The only item on it that, to our knowledge, that is not original is a seat cover, and it's a OEM style replica seat cover, made the exact same tread pattern and sewing and badge on the back of it. The gold Kawasaki badge is the original, so if we didn't tell you, you wouldn't know, but that has been replaced. The bike had been carefully stored in George's collection. He had multiple gorgeous cars, classic cars, and street rods and Corvettes, and he was getting them there in the 80s and probably thinking about not leaving these behind to his kids who weren't interested, so he decided to sell them, called the museum. We purchased this bike and bought the bike in and went right through it. We put a total of 54 hours of labor into the bike. Mark Olson did at least half of that. He's our lead technician who is extremely experienced. The rest of it, the rest of the time was spent doing all the detail work on the bike. The first thing he did, tank came off the bike, seat came off the bike, carburetor came off the bike, airbox, front and rear wheels, stripped the bike down to basically the engine and frame. And he did a compression test on the engine and checked out perfectly, 180 psi across the board in all four cylinders. Checked the spark, Installed the brand new Yuasa battery, cleaned the battery cable terminals, and all the major electrical connectors. The ignition coils were tested. The trigger coil resistance was tested good. He replaced the spark plug caps and brand new spark plug wires, and put 4 new spark plugs in. The fuel system was completely gone through. Of course, the old fuel was drained from the tank first because it had been sitting there for a couple of years. And the tank was treated to the Metal Rescue product, which is something we use on all of our restorations and refurbishment jobs here. The tank sits for a couple of days with that product in there, and it cleans all the sludge out. We ran it through the Metal Rescue process twice, and then did a bicarbonate sodium blasting, and then freshwater rinse, and coat it with WD-40, and then it's rinsed out with gas. So it's a process. But the inside of the tank is like concourse AMA, brand new condition. The fuel system next to the petcock is dismantled. That was all rebuilt with brand new gaskets. The carbs are completely dismantled to the last component. The jets come out, the float bowls, everything's completely dismantled on the carburetor, and it's clean in the ultrasonic carb cleaning tank. All new gaskets, O-rings, float valves are installed, and its jets are all cleaned or replaced, and it's assembled, so everything in the carb is like brand new condition. New fuel lines are installed, so the whole fuel system is completely reconditioned, as is the airbox. Certainly it was completely clean, and a brand new high flow air filter was installed. The engine oil and filter was changed. The bike was started and run, and did the carburetor synchronization while it was running, and did the idle and mixture screw adjustment. The charging system output is 14.5 volts. All electrical functions are 100%. Turn signals, brake, horn, handbrake, high-low beam. Everything's 100%. All the idiot lights and the backlights work. It has a brand new seat cover, which we installed, the factory replica seat cover, because the original seat cover had a slight rip in it. The exhaust system was removed, thoroughly cleaned, top to bottom, front to back. 4 new exhaust gaskets were installed. The frame and bottom of the motor were cleaned where the engine, parts you can't get to with the exhaust on were clean. The exhaust system was reinstalled. It's 100% mechanically perfect. Let's see, what else did I leave out? I think, the brake system. The entire brake system was dismantled. We removed and rebuilt the front and rear master cylinders, the front and rear calipers. The brake pads were inspected and cleaned. They were in perfect shape, the original brake pads. Like the tires, the guy drove this very, very easily. The tires have 80% of the tread left with 6,000 miles. So obviously this isn't a guy who took it out, did whole shots with the bike. He just babied it, and we saw the value of this and completely restored the bike, did everything it needed. The master cylinder had new pistons and new seals installed, new caliper seals, and new brake fluid. We adjusted the clutch cable and release mechanism, and went through, adjusted the chain, slack, lubed the chain, clean and lube the chain, checked the tires, put the tire to the correct pressure, tightened all the nuts and bolts to factory spec, reassembled the motorcycle completely. Each component was cleaned top to bottom, front to back before it was installed. And there were 2 rounds of cleaning. The first initial round of cleaning was 7.3 hours. And then by the time they were done, they had just under 25 hours of cleaning and detailing on the motorcycle. So it's a careful attention to detail, and maintaining the original patina of this motorcycle with the original paint is, it's a 36-year old classic. So careful attention and detail to maintain that original patina and integrity was taken. Again, this is a 100% original bike. Tires, paint, bars, levers, everything is exactly the way it left the dealer showroom floor the day George bought it. So if you have any questions about the bike, give us a call, 860-454-7024. It's truly a museum quality piece that can be ridden to California tomorrow if you wanted to. The gauges are extremely crisp and clear. They look like the day they came out of the box. 7,000 original miles on the bike. The handlebars are beautiful. The original levers, everything. Front fender is beautiful. Side covers. The rear shocks look like brand new. The rear fender is in excellent condition. It's about as nice as you're going to find one, unless you find one in the crate. So, like I said, we put a total of 50, I think it was 54 hours. Let me grab the work order. I'm actually walking around the bike right now. The work order was for 54 hours of labor. We charge $90 an hour, so it's $4,410 in labor. And then there was parts and shipping, just totaling just under $1,000. The total with tax and shipping was $6,193 that we invested on the motorcycle for the restoration. So substantial investment in time to massage this perfect original bike into perfect mechanical and cosmetic condition. So again, if you have any questions, give me a call, 860-454-7024. This is Ken Kaplan, owner of Kaplan Cycles in the New England Motorcycle Museum. I have the title in hand of this classic, and I hope it goes in a new home. You're buying a piece of moto history, and you're also helping the New England Motorcycle Museum. A portion of all proceeds are going to the museum. So good luck bidding on the bike, and God bless America.